When you hear underwater cities, chances are you immediately think of the lost city of Atlantis. Now that city might be fictional, but the ones on today's list certainly are not. From cities that flooded only to be found hundreds of years later, to underwater cities with unknown origins. Let's talk about this and more only in today's video. Top 10 mysterious underwater cities that were found. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and why don't you hit that like button and obviously subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10. Also, I have some exciting news. For those of you who don't know, I have my very own channel and it's called Peach, and it's the peachiest channel on the internet. I highly recommend that you guys go check it out and support me. I really appreciate that. Now, with that being said, let's get on with the video. Starting off this countdown, we have Port Royal, Jamaica. Port Royal was once known as the wickedest city on Earth. It was home to real-life Pirates of the Caribbean. It had a population of over 7,000 people. That was until 1692. On June 7th of that year, a massive earthquake caused a deadly tsunami to strike the land. 2,000 people sunk along with the entire city. People thought that this was done by God to try and get rid of the pirates, but honestly, those that survived just moved further up the coast. The city was forgotten about until the 1950s, when underwater excavations caused the city to become rediscovered. Today, this city is considered one of the best preserved underwater cities in the world. In our ninth spot today, we have Lion City. The Lion City, or Shaicheng, is a 1,300-year-old city located in Eastern Europe that now lies completely underwater. But it wasn't always like that. In the late 1950s, the city was purposely flooded to build a hydroelectric power station in the area. What's pretty fascinating is that although it lays about 40 meters underwater, the buildings are still in pretty good shape. The only change is instead of having human residents, it's now home to tons of aquatic life. Now, it laid untouched until 2001 when it was rediscovered. Now, you may be wondering, why was it given the name Lion City? And that's because there are a number of carved lions featured in the city, but they also have carved dragons and phoenixes there as well. Sadly, only experienced divers are permitted to explore the city. That's because of the depth and temperature and low visibility down there. But alas, you can still see how cool it is by Googling images of it. And honestly, it's quite beautiful. In our 8th spot today, we have the Mulifanua Site. Very little information is known about this next city. Located in Samoa, this city was discovered in the 1970s. Basically, a bunch of pottery shards were found and researchers were like, dude, there's probably more down there. And then they were right. In the end, they found thousands of pieces of pottery. But not only that, they found the remnants of a village. The village dates back to around 800 BC. In fact, it's considered one of the largest villages in the area. Like I said though, not much is known about this village, making it quite the mystery. In our 7th spot, we have Wanaku Bolivia. Back in the day, residents in the area were told great stories of a long-lost underwater city, much like Atlantis. They said the city contained heaps of Spanish gold. And looks like part of the story was actually true. Recently, divers in the area found ruins of an ancient temple complex. This temple is said to be more than 1,500 years old. More than 200 dives have taken place to get a better understanding of this ancient city. Who knows though, maybe there is gold and other priceless artifacts buried around there somewhere. Coming in at number 6, we have Pavlopetri Greece. Back in 1967, an oceanographer discovered a number of ancient ruins underwater in southwestern Greece. What he didn't realize is that later this would lead to him finding an ancient underground town. In fact, this is considered the oldest underwater city. It dates all the way back to the Bronze Age. It was believed to have been above water from the 3rd millennium until 1100 BC. What's crazy is that there's almost an entire complete city underwater. You got streets, buildings, churches, gardens, tombs, you name it. It really is breathtaking. Nowadays, they created a 3D image of what this city might have once looked like. And it's pretty freaking cool if you ask me. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Japan's Atlantis, aka the sunken city of Yonaguni. Just off the coast of Yonaguni lies a city completely sunken underwater. There are complete pyramids, ruins of a castle, structures etched with faces, and rock sculptures that look like animals, all underwater. Every structure has such intricate design and detail. Like there's a monument made up of a series of rock formations, including carved steps, stone pillars, and a triangular formation. Now, what's weird is that we don't know the origins of this mysterious city. It's theorized that a terrible earthquake caused the city to be engulfed by the water, but we don't know for sure. To this day, this city has left experts baffled. It's one of Japan's greatest unsolved mysteries. Moving on to number 4, we have Villa Epecuen. Located in Argentina, this was a thriving city in the 1970s. It was home to about 500 residents, and they had about 300 businesses there. That was until the late 1980s when it sank completely underwater. During that time, they were receiving far more rain than usual. Soon, the lake around them began to swell. It ended up breaking the dam and sinking the entire city. In 1993, the town was about 33 feet underwater. That was until 2009, when some of the water receded and part of the town became visible again. Old rusted cars and debris were then exposed out of water. But of course, most of the town will continue to remain underwater, and the parts exposed will probably be flooded over again. Moving on to number 3, we have Atlit Yam. Located off the coast of Atlit, Israel, this city is said to be between 8,300 to 8,900 years old. It was first discovered in 1984 by a marine archaeologist, Ehud Galili. Since then, a number of expeditions have taken place in order to unearth this city. The city is about 10 meters below sea level and covers an area of 40,000 square meters. What's fascinating about this place is that right in the middle, it has this massive 10-acre stone circle thing. We don't know what's up with that, but many believe it might have been used for some kind of ritual. Over the years, a number of houses, graves, and wells have been discovered in this city. Scientists believe that the city was struck by a tsunami which caused a volcanic eruption, causing the city to flood and then sink. In our second spot, we have Dwarka, India. Back in the day, there was a legend that was passed down about a city laying 131 feet below the ocean. This was a legend until the 2000s when it came to life. The story of this magical city everyone had been told was indeed real. Since then, a number of ancient artifacts have been unearthed in the city, including pottery and sculptures. Also, they found a number of human bones. After running carbon dating tests on it, it revealed that the city could be almost 10,000 years old. It truly is incredible. Again, we don't know how the city came to be or what happened to it. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Heracleion Egypt. Located just northwest of Alexandria is the sunken city of Heracleion, and is referred to as Egypt's Atlantis. It lay lost under the sea until the early 2000s. A group of divers were working off the Egyptian coast when they found a large fragment of rock under the seabed, or so they thought. It was just a rock. When they brought it out of the water, they found it to be a sculpture of the Egyptian god of fertility. After this discovery, they madly went to work exploring the area. They ended up discovering pieces of pottery, ancient coins, jewelry, busts, and ruins of a temple. Just tons and tons of priceless artifacts. How the city ended up underwater is still a mystery. One theory, though, is that it had to do with the rising sea levels and crumbling foundations of the city, causing it to slide into the Mediterranean Sea. Now, I'm not trying to pick favorites, but out of all the places on today's list, this is the one that I'd love to visit. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these underwater cities you found the most fascinating. And now, speaking of comments, I'm going to be shouting out some comments from the video. Top 10 Terrifying Hidden Disney Easter Eggs Part 2. Moses Angel commented, "In Dumbo, I cried in the part where he says goodbye to his mom in the cage. It's so sad. It is sad. Oh, I have to admit." Joshua Benton commented, "I feel Toy Story. Andy's mom is a female serial killer and her son died and she's sending the toys away from her memory, but the toys come back." Dude, that's a pretty good theory. It needs a little bit of tweaking, but I gotcha. I gotcha. I like that theory. Maybe it'll be featured in another video. Mobile Chaos commented, more hidden stuff in movies, please. I love it. I love it as well. So maybe more videos like this will be coming soon. Stay tuned. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan. Go subscribe to Peach, and I'll see you when I see ya.